Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another interesting video here. For those that were watching Uber video, I am still with this computer connected. I didn't want to mix his with Albert. Albert Moniz from Hawaii, so I'm going to turn all this off. I'm going to get off of Albert's computer. Yes, and the session in here. Yes, I want to end the session. All right, go back here, and then we're going to disconnect this. I'm going to turn everything off. I just want you to see what I have and what is coming next, which is Albert Moniz from Hawaii, I think. Be right back. All right, quickly I replace everything. So now we have Albert. As you can see, it has still my stickers and everything in there. So I will still have to check the numbers, but I'm not suspecting anything like that. So let's power up. All right, he has a theft issue. So this is definitely something happening here because I told him these computers left here program, and this is in here, not really the computer. This is in here. The problem he has, somehow the instrument cluster lost the program of the keys. And this is something that the only way that that can happen is one, somebody tried to program the cluster and fail. Not sure why they would try to do something like that, or the computer lost its programming. I don't see a communication issue in between the computer and the instrument cluster because the mileage is there. So, but before, let me change the key because we got two keys. So let's try to change the key. Once again, ignition, same thing. We got on a theft light not being recognized, so we can definitely see that there. All right, so let's do an auto scan and see if we can read his bin number. Forgot to look for that bin number. Let's see if we know being um, Moniz PCMs. Trying to look for that in the meantime. It looked like I read it. So for CA79581. So let me go over to the for folder. And I think what year is this? 2002. I'm trying to go over a little bit. Well, let me see. 2002 Albert Moniz Hawaii CA79581. CA79581. So yeah, it is indeed. It is indeed the same. So you can see here. Let me just stand right here. Albert Moniz CA79581, and that was in July that he was here. So July, August. So yeah, almost 3 months ago, right? Almost, yeah, almost 3 months. So let me see. No, July, August, September, 2 months. But yeah, so we can get in here. Let's go first, as we did with Uber. We're going to go over to the instrument cluster first. This is a year older, but it's the same thing. We can see the theft light blinking, and that is no good. Remember, the anti-theft on this vehicle is completely in the instrument cluster, not on the computer. All right, so let's just alternative fuel. And let's go over to the instrument cluster. Read full code, continuous memory, vehicle security data, invalid or missing. So yeah, U1147. Vehicle security data invalid or missing. I would like to get an answer, or not an answer. I'm going to check identification for that information to see this 1147, because this usually is done when somebody programs a computer, when they don't do the reset of the computer. And I am know for sure that Sometimes customer doesn't tell you the whole story, but if his computer has a tune and it gets removed and it installed again, it will lose the programming data. So, and that is, I'm sorry, but it's not for me to cover. And if this is a case, I will notice immediately. So let's go over to the because that 1147, that's what it's telling me. Somebody removed the programming of the computer. All right, so we are going to enter the ECM. All right, so let's see model information. Am I gonna have to connect the original IDS in order to read this? All right, guys, this is again and Albert still working on his. I have to connect IDS and do a program the module again and program the keys, which just takes forever on these old computers. But right now we have no test light. I'm going to turn the ignition off. Again, you can see that it's off. I turn the ignition back on. It reads the keys and it's off. So what is this telling me? Is exactly what I said. Somebody tamper with the programming that I did with this computer, and that is not my fault. So I'm just going to go over to, since we are connected, go over to, let me just, because again, I don't use this much, only for programming and stuff like that. So just give me a chance. Body, no, we don't want to go to there. Cell test. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so you go to data logger. So you go to back, body, instrument cluster, instrument cluster. I want to see code, how many keys, and I know that I run the two keys, program with two keys, everything went well. Obviously, we had that in there. Come on, establish communication. All right, so the important for me right here, let me just look for it. Number of keys. What is the master key? Security access mode. Sometimes it's um, ignition mode, master key, bounce type, PCM verify mode, PCM mode. Just trying to make sure that we got enable start. Let's see if we, sometimes we don't have to select all, but we'll see. Okay, you see, the security access is not important. That always shows like that. It started enable. That's what we're looking for. All right, so guys, I now have everything off as far as here. So I'm going to turn this on, and then let's get the um, full probe on and going. Probably gonna have to, yep, disconnect this because I have the printer. I was printing something in here, label. Which one I have to unplug? I think either one, it matters now. I'm just trying to connect the full probe here because otherwise it will not start, right? Not connected to the computer. So let me close it again. Come on. All right, so let's restart here. I should read the serial and everything. Let's start here. We select right here. No, what was that? Forward. And we're gonna select escape B6 internal pad. Even though this is not the correct here, we're gonna change this signal to 51, as I do always in here. Change this to around here. Temperatures all the way to the minimum pretty much. Set the ignition on. And we still got no RPM. Security access denied. Start enable on master key present. Time PCM ID, yes. PCM verify, yes. Security access, and I don't really think this is really happening. Nothing important here, but I get no RPM. We all connected. Just looking around, make sure I'm not missing anything. I got the top down ready to go. Ignition is on. Make sure we read the big number. Wish I could see, because I don't know what they did. If they corrupt again the computer with bad folder from the tune, I'm gonna have to open again the computer and replace the analog to digital converter because that is also a holds information. That is not just an analog to digital converter. It's also the internal memory, external. I'm a little tired. It's been a long day, but it's like a RAM memory on the computer. All right, ignition is on. So if they put a calibration in there now, the calibration that erase information that this doesn't change, and neither IDS that is there in the factory, and that's why it's so important to not touch that. Well, we'll see. If that is the case, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to call Albert and tell him, I'm sorry, if you want your computer fixed, I can do it, but this is going to be a charge again. And I don't care how many times you do it. I will probably run the computer a few times to show him that it's working again 100%. If he does something on his car, it's nothing I can do. I mean, I'm sorry, but I this is not the first computer I repair. I'm an expert on this. So, all right, so I'm talking too much. I didn't want it to come here, so I want to go over to the instrument cluster, and I want to see the pits. Read data stream. All right, so we're going to go to numbers of key store. Starting the module, status, verification. What is the master key? Master key present. PCM control verification. Okay. Security access type time coded. Just to make sure that we're not missing anything. And hopefully it's just that I missed to program something. Vehicle enable status. That's the most important. Master present store. Yes. Time vehicle status enable. So yes, as you can see right now, we have the pads 100% program with his big number, no much flashing. And this is one thing that I want to share. I don't care what I do here. I can power off the computer. Look, I'm losing communication, as you can see. This is like you keying off and removing the battery. This is like not just like key off, right? But as soon as I key on, this should read and go and to read the key, know that it has a master key, and boom, that's it. You see, we lost communication in here. Yes, we did. But this is not going to lose his values because you lost the battery. No, sir, that's not going to happen. The only way that, and it's not that the cluster lost anything, the computer lost the sync in between these two because somebody put a tune in here. So again, Albert, I am very sorry, but this is not just, I am able now to program your keys, but still, due to what you guys did in there to put your tune or whoever did it, again, anything can happen on this computer. Not my problem because it left 100% tested and working in here. I can help you. I will contact you. I'm not going to assume this. I'm going to have to replace the analog to digital converter. And again, I'm a little tired tonight. All the work during the day. That's like, let's call it RAM memory, but it's the memory that is also part of that chip. I cannot transfer. There is there. So it's a one-time only write. So whatever you guys are doing in there, the tune that you're putting or the tool that you're using to put the tune is damaging your computer. Stop. Don't do it again because it's going to be very expensive for you. This repairs on this computer, guys, is not cheap. We'll go and look online for a 4 Lightning computer, $3,000 and so on. You want to spend $3,000 every time you do this? I mean, I'm sorry, but it's not my problem. I can help you, I can repair it, and that's going to be your sole decision. But yeah, in this case, again, I prove with the programming. I have pictures of the program. I haven't downloaded into the computer. And actually, you know what? I'm going to show you that right now, like that. I can keep that on the record of the video. So give me a second, I'll be right back. All right, guys. Yeah, I thought it was very important to share this because, yeah, I want to keep on the record that everything is being done by the book. And to prove that is indeed nothing wrong that I did. I mean, this is not something you can uh, lose or lose. This is okay. I'm gaining access, and then I was just trying to see if I can do anything else for him. So gaining access, I am doing a parameter reset, resetting the keep alive memory, going into this is just me trying the key, trying to reset the keys and see if the program it didn't work. So this is now when I'm starting now to program the computer again. With this, for those that haven't seen the video, you have to have the computer off all this time until uh, I tell you. You just go visit my videos that I put like what Ford doesn't really want you to learn, and you will see what you need to do if you want to program a computer like this, even if it's a used one. Then you have to set up the parameters, which I look online for all his parameters. Calibration has been loaded and checked, and I want you to see that 9/8/2023, 6:52 p.m. So yes, this is the only way that I was able to make that instrument cluster because after this calibration is done, the key relearn is automatically the security access is reset and you can then now switch the key. You don't really need to do anything in the cluster. You don't even need to do anything on the cluster. All you have to do is turn the key off, turn the key on, wait for 3 seconds, turn the key off, remove the key, put the other key, do the same thing, remove the key, start the car, and the car should start if everything is done normally and you don't have a problem in the computer now again because a damaged tune that somebody tried to put in there. But yeah, as you see, that clears the faults. I think that's the last of the picture. Yeah, clear the faults, and after that, it gets the key program. And as you can see, the key is programmed. We have everything that is needed. We have the master key present, two keys stored, paths enable, a store in the PCM. The powertrain control ID status is a store. This was not there. This is the problem that is happening now. That is on the EEPROM, flash EEPROM, because this is a flash memory. That's a word that I was looking for. So these computers in 4 using different storage of areas. So the um, analog to digital converter also grabs a portion of that information and it's transferred there. But it's again, it's a one-time read only, let's say, right? If by any chance, I don't know what tool he's using, it goes there and try to erase or read that or reset it, or I don't know what is he doing because that should not be touched, is where is now destroying that chip that at least not me, I cannot restore it to anything. It has to be replaced. And this is going to be the end of this part. I have to talk to Albert and then give him the good news and see what he wants to do. I also am going to check his transceiver, but realistically, I don't really need. I asked him to send me his transceiver just to see if this was the issue, but literally with what we have here, is we know that that was not the case because you can also do programming through the back on this computer here, and if that is what they call JTAG, if they're using the JTAG, is that's what they can mess and destroy the analog to digital converter portion, and most likely that's what is happening. All right, guys, but again, I don't want to take much longer of your time. Thank you so much for visiting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.